Everyone, it's Dalton at Daltonians TFs, bringing you another Titans Return review, and this time we are doing 2-in-1. We are going to be doing, as you can see from the title, Rewind and Stripes. One of these two is great, one of these two not so much, but it's not as bad in my opinion as other people are making them out to be. So there they are, just their packaging. You got, just right here, Cyber Tiger fights for Autobot Blaster, 7 steps, and all the other languages. Same thing with Rewind, works with Blaster. Then it just says on the back, Mini Tank rolls out with Autobot Blaster. So there is that. Now bringing these guys in with Rewind here, let's go ahead and zoom in here. He is a little smartphone, tablet looking thing, as all the first wave, well, I should say first wave, but as most of Wave 1 and 2 are. All of Wave 2, in fact. But, not bad. He actually looks more like a cell phone than, some of the others. Very nicely detailed. You got some silver paint here, the red right here. Even on the little sticker, you've got, again, a little email, text messaging, camera, and documents. You got the battery, and the Wi-Fi, and service signals. Got a little power button here, headphone jack there, and it does fit. Goes all the way through to here. And I see a lot of people talking about the gun as just a little, piece of storage or a antenna, which that does kind of work. But in this mode, it's a stylus. So you have that. It just stores right here on the side. Now, as for stripes, he is a very orange tablet. You got the tiger stripes here, some black here, not very well detailed. You got some more speaker details here, but very open in some spaces here. You got pretty much just a bunch of openness, obvious on the back, whereas on Rewind, not very obvious. You just get that little bit of chest detail, which could be, like a little battery cover or something. Whereas here, you get nothing but robot parts. And his stickers are probably the worst. They're already starting to fray here on the edges. So again, you get the same thing. You get the camera, documents, text, email, your signals, and battery life, and very, very bright and shiny. I mean, that's actually getting me in the eye right there. So, but same old thing. You get the headphone jack there. For their alternate modes, let's go ahead and get Rewind here into his tank mode. You just go ahead and take this out. This will become the turret. And actually, before we go any further, here's the card with very nice artwork. On the back, you've got strength of 4. I mean, he has a little guy. Speed of 2. He has a tablet and a tank. Intelligence of 9, so very smart. And Fire Blast of 4, of course, again, he is a tank. Now, as for stripes, you get artwork here. Now, the way his artwork looks and the way he is in robot mode, I can't help but see a Steel Jaw repaint sometime down the line. At least I hope for one. With the way he's got a mane instead of the typical tiger look, which, he would have been better as the Ravage version. But that's just me. Anyways, you got a strength of 6. I mean, he is... I don't know how he's stronger than, Rumble when he's a cat and he's, an actual robot. Speed of 7 because he turns into a jet, and he's a 4-legged, he's a tiger. Very, also pretty intelligent for, a beast type character. I mean, for one of the cassettes. They never really talked in the American series, the Sunbow cartoons, as opposed to the Takara, Japanese series like Headmasters or Victory. Fire Blast of 6, which we'll get into that when we get him transformed. Anyways, stop by everything and get on to the transformation here. Very simple for Rumble. Just want to untab those, rotate them up, and a very scary click right here. Get back in there. And same on this side, very scary. And there we go. And go ahead and tab this into there. And there you got his little tank mode. It rolls okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible though. Not a bad little tank mode. I mean, for being a triple changer that turns into a brick and a robot. A tank is the next thing to a brick as far as something of this size. So, I mean, it works. You do get treads here, and it kind of gets destroyed by the joint right here, but if you could just imagine the rest of the tread going through here, maybe it's covered up, because some tanks do have coverings over the treads, so you can kind of just picture that. And for some reason it's got this in front, which, you know, most tanks, they would just stop, so he's not going very far. Turret doesn't rotate, obviously, because it is both of his arms. It does raise up and down, and he does have the little Titan Master port, right, you know, little foot pegs here, so you can just plug that in right there, or like that, fit two, or, you know, if you do it like this and have them all on here, kind of all weird, but mostly you can just put two. So getting him into robot mode is, well, let's get Stripes here into his vehicle mode of sorts. You want to open up the screen of the phone and bring these all the way out at a 90-degree angle. Just be careful of those stickers. You want to bring the beast legs out, and there is a tab. Whoop. There is a tab right there. It goes into this little slot. So just like that. I'm going to fold down the beast legs, leave the paws out just a little bit. Do the same on this side. Bring it out and plug it into that little tab. Straighten that out. Then from here it's a matter of bringing out the nose cone and bringing down this front landing gear. And there you've got Stripes, who is, again, very orange. It's actually kind of throwing off the white balance of my camera. Very orange and yellow, kind of this goldish color here on the nose, or the cockpit of the jet. Very much, you know, with the cockpit of the jet and the way it's shaped, it kind of reminds me of the spy planes from Black Ops. Whenever you get a spy plane, just these weird little, like, U-2, I think is what they were called. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was a U-2 or something like that. But it looks a lot like just a little spy plane, but it is, in all intents and purposes, a brick with wings and a nose cone, if you want to call these wings. So it's obviously obvious to tell which one is the better. You know, just a little bit of obvious hinting here. Yeah, he is better by far, easily the best of the two. So let's go ahead and get rewind here into robot mode. Just take off that turret, rotate these out, and bring them down. Actually, before we bring them down, I want to pull the legs apart, unfold them, and bring them down to where the treads are facing towards you. Flip up the feet. Again, bring down the shoulders, rotate them at the bicep. Open up his chest, and there we go. There we have rewind, and as you can see, something's a little off here. In order to facilitate the flatness here and the little headphone jack, this part of the arm had to be hollowed out, and the opposite goes for this side for the cannon. This arm is solid. So it is a little asymmetrical, but it's not too bad, and if I can get him to stand, it's not that he's bad at standing, it's just I have a, there we go. Zoom in here on the head. He is very much the IDW rewind with some G1 influences. We do have the camera there on the side of his head. And you can go ahead and plug the cannon either on his forearm right here, or In this hand, I would say the other hand, but I've tried and tried and tried again. It just does not want to go into that right hand. So he's going to be a lefty. And he is pretty good. Very good posability. Ball jointed shoulder, swivel at the bicep, 90 degrees, just under at the elbow, which isn't too bad. Head swivel and rocks back and forth on the transformation joint. Nothing at the waist due to how he transforms and the fact that he's super tiny. Ball jointed hips. Goes about to, goes all the way. Just a little tighter right here. You don't get all the way out. Rotate at the thigh because it is also a ball joint. So you get a very nice degree of bend right there. So that is Rewind. Give me just a moment and we'll get Stripes here in to his beast mode. Just want to rotate the wings all the way back. Go ahead and flip this all around. Bring this up on both sides and just get his legs oriented to where he can end up standing. Rotate these legs around, unfold the head, and bring it up. This whole upper section here, there is a joint right here. Just bring that up. We can straighten the legs out to here. And there we've got Stripes in his very awkward beast robot mode. I mean, he is very much a tiger with steel jaws type of wings, and he is very wide. So yeah, wide and very flimsy. Does not like standing up straight. You can get these legs oriented a little bit better here. That's a little bit better. Not by much. But there is Stripes. He does have this little tail. Very hard to put him in any poses, but you do have hinge, 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 and these are actually on ball joints. And his head just goes up and down here at the neck, the lower part of the neck, which is awkward. You do get some silver paint on the teeth and eyes, but that is pretty much it for Stripes. So out of the two, I'd say the one that I recommend the most to pick up is obviously Rewind if you like the character and want to have your cassettes. Also, if you want to have your iconic IDW duo of Rewind and Chrome Dome. And these guys look really good together. He also looks really good with Soundwave, but for me, wanting to get more into the IDW comics and hearing so much about these two in the comics, they look really good together. That has been pretty much it. So, well, that's all I've got to really say. Rewind, great. Stripes, not so much. So, if you guys want to check out more of my videos, there will be a playlist link down in the description for all the Titans Return reviews I have out so far. Also, the links for my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page are down in that description as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next time.